What is gooch gooch, my beautiful Tauruses? Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, or North Node. Now, I know this is a different spread than you probably ever watched before because I believe in the tarot community. It teaches you so much about being so occupied with what someone else is doing. In this entire year of 2021, when the vid happened, a lot of us have been needing to face ourselves, and it's been the most difficult process in the world, but I feel like it's been the most important one because it's teaching us how to stop abandoning ourselves and start to stop being so occupied about the outer world and start being interested in the inner world that makes up our existence. So I feel that these messages are very, very important, especially going into the new year when it's like, when are we really going to choose ourselves type of question. So we're going to get into Tauruses, what Spirit wants to let you know on a deep, deep level. Now, this is a general reading, so it may not resonate. If it doesn't resonate, please check out other signs or check back next time. It is somewhat of a love reading, but I feel like we got in love in a distorted perspective. So this is completely different. Now, if it does resonate and you enjoy this spread, please hit that like button, subscribe to this channel. Thank you so much for your support, and just know that I love you dearly. Thank you. And thank you for trusting me on your journey. Now, Tauruses, let me get a sip of water. It's interesting, Tauruses. My throat wasn't bothering me, but you ruled the throat. A lot of things that you need to be honest about with yourself. And I'm using the Magic of You Oracle. So unlock your hidden truths. So this is a spread love reading. And the first card you got here is how you see yourself. And you have translucence, number 33. Love the darkness. 33 is all about the Ascended Masters, being guided. Don't mind the background noise, you guys, by the way. It's delving into alignment with full self. And Tauruses, you are a masculine energy. You're the second house of astrology. You rule resources. You rule finances. You just rule stability. And with this, seeing the feminine here, and now this is not gender specific, but with this card, I'm getting that you have been so stubborn and rigid and being so confronting with how you think you are. But in reality, there's a part of you that you haven't yet to see. And that part of you close off. And the feminine energy, we all have feminine energy within us, is ruled by darkness. And not in an evil way, but in a way where, think about it like a pregnant woman. The baby grows in the dark, but that baby's protected within that darkness. The divine feminine is all that you do not see. And I feel like how you see yourself is like you're trying to surrender. You're trying to surrender within that darkness, to disconnect from the world and to find a deeper meaning within self. And this makes a lot of sense because you have the Knight of Cups in the reverse. And you have the World. I say this makes sense because the Knight of Cups is someone who is loving, intuitive, creative, romantic. But that part of love is exuded through the divine feminine. Through the feminine energy that is love, is supporting, is nurturing. Now, Tauruses, I'm not saying you're not nurturing. You're very grounding. Tauruses are the shit, yo. I got Tauruses in my... Majority of my mom's side is Tauruses. We're fucking stubborn, but boy, do they love, but they love in their own way. And I feel that this is you realizing that you're too much of a tough lover. And this is how you see yourself. Someone who is so tough, rigid, and fixed, and you are a fixed sign in your ways, that we got the world, you know, you got all the fixed signs, Taurus, Scorpio, Leo, and Aquarius. It's time for you to close out the cycle of what blocks you from expressing your internal love. Not in a way where it's aggressive, but in a way where it's nurturing. Now, the way to improve your self-love and love in general is by, you have the number 4, doable. The key is within your grasp. Damn, this is a deep illustration of this card. I say this because you see how she has to break out the glass to reach that key. You have a lot of divine assistance around you, Tauruses, but I feel you make life hard for you. I feel that you think you have to work hard. I feel that you think people don't understand you. You are confined in your own way of blocking yourself from love. And I feel that the way to improve your self-love is to shatter what keeps you in this rigid, fixed way of thinking that you need to be noticed by doing and giving and being someone rather than just existing as you already, flaws and all, pain and happiness, you know, ugly and good, ugly and pretty, you know what I mean? So I like this energy because the way to improve your self-love, oh my God, you have the Queen of Cups here, baby. Queen of Cups is all about that self-love. I mean, it's mostly the Empress, but the Queen of Cups, she's holding a cup. She's sitting in her throne. She's sitting in the water because she honors everything that makes up who she is. And like I said, it's not gender specific. She honors all that makes up her being. And she knows that cup is a representation of her heart, of her unique love. And Tauruses, I feel that the way to improve your self-love is by realizing you're so goal-oriented. And a lot of you Tauruses, the reason why you give such tough love is because you feel that you always have to be the one to bring the peace and stability. But sometimes you don't always have to be strong, Tauruses. But you think that's your responsibility. And that is what confines you, is you think that's your responsibility. It's time for you to question, why can't you... People consider it weak. I don't consider it weak. Why can't you be vulnerable? Why can't you be more emotionally open? Why can't you express through emotions rather than aggression? That's deep. So the way to improve your self-love is to be vulnerable with that part of yourself that you may feel is soft. But softness is where the real strength is. Honestly, it really is. Because you are equipping yourself with compassion rather than aggression. A lot of aggression here. A lot of aggression. Now, we're going to get into the third card. And this is very interesting. The way I'm doing this spread. And this one is why you're worthy of unconditional love. We have the number 6, Epiphany. 6 is all about harmony. Epiphany. Oh, I just noticed the oozing, the scar in her arm. Oh, reveal your gifts. I like this because Tauruses, I just love how the gold is oozing out of her arm. I know, see, it looks really weird, but I'm gonna explain to you why I like it. Tauruses, you can be a chameleon. And I feel this has to do with your love life. This has to do with your friendships. And this has to do with your family. You are so forward. How can I explain this? What I mean by forward is that you're so apparent. You're so not present. That's not the word. What you show on the forefront to the world is not who you really are within. And I feel this crack is here. because there's so much you want to reveal, but you feel that it won't be recognized. But the thing is, Taurus, is with the Four of Wands in the reverse, you only doubt your capability of your own love. Meaning that if you're in a romantic relationship, you scared of vulnerability. You fear vulnerability. Because vulnerability requires you to go within your own wounds that you feel no one will understand. So this is why you express through aggression and tough love. Because you feel the more you raise your voice, the more you have an emotional outburst, the more you're seen. But here's the thing. That causes people to run away. That causes people not to want to be compassionate towards you because you're not holding compassion towards yourself. The reason why you're aggressive is because you have a pressuring of suppression and repression of particular emotions that causes uneasing and dis-ease of stress. And when we're so overwhelmed by these thoughts and these feelings, they do create a pressure within us that creates an epiphany, a clarity, or a spiritual awakening. But the reason why all of it comes out in a way where you could say something and then you regret it later on and you're so guilty of it is because you're not giving yourself the chance to be seen. You're not giving yourself a chance to breathe. You're not giving yourself a chance to fully sit with how you feel. Because you're so impulsive. It's like when we can sit with what we feel and give ourselves time to understand it, then we give ourselves compassion to be vulnerable enough and to allow people to understand us. And in a way, that shows people, wow, if you can do that for you, then I can only imagine what you can do for me. So I'm going to open myself up to you too. And that's how you create a foundation that's stable. But in the reverse, it's not stable. So internally, you are not emotionally grounded. I'm getting a lot of PTSD. A lot of PTSD. Yeah. There's a trauma that you Tauruses don't want to express to people. And because suppressing it is better than expressing it, it only causes more internal chaos within you. Now, Tauruses, how can you feel more confident in who you are? Well, this is basic as it is. I mean, this is motherfucking basic as it is. Let chance play its creative role in your life. It fell for a reason. Oh, you trying to hide? We ain't gonna hide. Allow yourself to approach life in a different way. Because with the Seven of Swords here, in the reverse, the way to feel more confident in who you are is by stop deceiving yourself. Stop putting up illusions and barriers that make you believe I'm good where I'm at. I knew I was going to get her for some moment. But you know damn well your intuition is saying, nah, there is more. There is more that you want to express and let be known and cry out and hoping that someone will be there. There is a lot more. I'm getting this energy that Tauruses, you want to be loved. I mean, who doesn't? We all do. We all want to be lovable. Nothing wrong with that, you know? We are love itself. We desire that. But the thing is, Taurus, is you're approaching it in all the wrong way. You're approaching it in a way of your stubbornness, of entitlement. But it's time for you to stop being the deceptive one. And deception doesn't come from what a person thinks of you or does. Deception comes from what you involuntarily don't give to the world. That is your authenticity. In a way where, say you want love. And you're questioning, why is it that none of my relationships work out? And you're always pointing at that person, blaming them. Oh, it's because of them. But in the dynamic, when you analyze it, where you're the ones always pointing the finger and thinking that there's something wrong with the partner, and they happen to run away. What if you are emotionally unavailable to accept love? You see what I'm saying? You see what I'm getting at? So it's like, it's not about what the other person is doing. It's about why you care so much about what the outer world is doing, but not enough about you and how you show up. You get what I'm saying? So the way to feel more confident with yourself is to be honest with yourself. And honesty is the hardest pill to swallow, because the truth does set us free, but it pisses us off first, because sometimes we are the ones that actually sabotage our own goodness. And sometimes that sucks. It does. Boy, did I have to face that this entire year. I did. But when I did, boy, did I meet a level of self-love I never met myself at. To the point where it's just like, fuck. I desire to be more loving, to be more compassionate, to show up more. Because that's what I want in return. You literally get what you are. All right. Something that you need to let go of. This does coincide with what we just talked about. You have number 10. You have all these lower numbers. Okay. All right. You have 4 foundations, 4, 4. 4 may be significant. You got 6, harmony. You got 1 plus 8 equals 9, which is about closing, ending cycles. Now you got the number 10, beginning of a new cycle. Fur gun, don't quote me on this, but become a loving mirror. Yeah, we were talking about you get what you are, right? You know, I'm reading this book called The Power of Surrender. The Power of Letting Go, actually. And it talks about the power of surrendering. And it's very beautiful. And the chapter I'm on right now, does this coincide with what I'm doing today as the readings. And there was this part about the reason why we get triggered from external forces. It's not because of the external forces. It's because there is already a negative charge within us. So when an external force triggers that negative charge within us, it has nothing to do with the external force. It has everything to do with the vibrational charge we already hold on to. So meaning that, say you feel guilty, for the analogy I just used about relationships. Say you feel guilty for saying things you don't mean or doing things you don't do later on. And when you hold on to that guilt, your perception of the world is that the world is tempting and sinful. Now, if you do continuously sit with that guilt and don't forgive it, you're only going to see the world as something bad. But when you choose to forgive yourself, you see the innocence within everything and everyone. You get what I'm saying? You know what I mean? So, Tauruses, I'm getting this energy of what you need to let go of is your perception of, here's what you need to let go of. And this is the perfect way to be able to let go of this. First, become aware of what is your perception of the world. Are you a judger? Are you a lover? Are you a hater? Are you realistic? Are you realism? You know what I mean? When you can be aware of your perception of the world, then how does that coincide with the perception that you hold of yourself? Because the perception we have of the world is really the perception we have of ourselves. So what you need to let go of is the perception that keeps you from feeling whole, that keeps you from feeling loving, that keeps you from feeling safe, that keeps you from feeling like happy, like this is enough, like I'm good, like this is all good. And the reason why this is showing up, because look what you got, baby. You got the fucking sun card. The sun card is all about success, fulfillment, enlightenment, clarity, happiness, joy. And I like this card because what you need to let go of becoming a loving mirror. You're loving the wrong things that are bringing negative perceptions, and those negative perceptions manifest into negative ways. So it's like you need to go within and not externalize what's bad on the outside of the world, but go within it. What makes you question that this is bad? What makes life bad? What makes this person bad? What makes this wrong? What makes this not good? You know? And realize how to bring light to that part where you can go out within the world. You can let go of what makes you go against the world and go out into the world and be the reflection of what you want in the world. Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense. All right. Now, a message from your heart. I love this card because you are earth sign Taurus, and you got Merak. Embrace oneness with the universe. And you could tell how she has her feet in the grass. Maybe it's not grass, you know what I mean? Maybe it's just like alien grass. It looks like alien grass, you know? But Taurus is, I said it in the beginning, you're not emotionally grounded. And you need to become grounded, and not into the world, but grounded in what makes you part of this world. And the message your heart has for you is, you have the Four of Cups. And the Four of Cups could be about everything you receive is a disappointment. It's not enough. You don't like it. It's disappointing. You got a crab here. Could represent Cancer. But the message from your heart that I'm getting is you need to stop denying the parts of you that you define as not good enough and negative. Because I feel like you guys are losing faith within yourself. And your heart wants to let you know this is all part of the process. This is all part of the process to get you back connected to yourself and your truth. Anytime you stray from feeling connected to life, meaning through depression and sadness and grief and emptiness, is because it's requiring us to take all of that and bring it to our heart and feel it fully. Because it's not just about only being happy. It's about embracing what makes up the ebbs and flow of life that makes up who you are. And to understanding that it's all part of the journey toward discovering a deeper love with yourself. Damn, this was very gentle, but very deep and real. The way I like it. All right, let's get an outcome. Let's get an outcome. My Tauruses. I could shuffle these. Give me a moment, you guys. It's just my little hands. Just my little hands. Alright. What is the outcome for my Tauruses regarding this reading? I'm done. I'm not even gonna do anymore. We got the Ace of Cups. Definitely could be dealing with the water sign. But water is about emotions. Cups are about emotion. Your outcome here is to allow what you feel to be fully embraced. Meaning that if you have your days when you're happy, don't question why you're happy. Don't think about the worst case scenario. Delve into the happiness. And when you're sad, don't get caught up and define yourself by the sadness. Just feel into it and allow it to teach you why it's here. Feel, baby. Feel. But don't take it out on anyone or the world. And don't take it out on yourself. Just feel it. You're not your emotions. You're not your thoughts. You're just the observer of the experience of it all. So love it. Love it with all your heart. All right. Let's get a self-love affirmation. Let's see. And then we're going to close it out with some humor. Because when we know, when we get real with ourselves, sometimes we need to bring a little bit of humor into this. Alright. For my Taurus spirit. What self-love you got for them? Self-love messages. Damn. Weren't we talking about guilt? We were talking about guilt on a big level. I release all feelings of negativity and guilt. Some of you Tauruses define yourself by this. You do. It's time you stop. Let's see why. We create habits and problems to fulfill a need. When I can find a positive way to fulfill the need, I can release the problem. Let's get another one on that. Can I get one more from the Tauruses? One more. Or two more. I open myself to all good. Say it how it is. I receive life's gifts with joy and pleasure and gratitude. Didn't we just say that? Embrace, baby, embrace. With affirmations, I claim my inner power. No matter what I choose to believe or say, the universe always says yes to me. Therefore, I choose only positive thoughts and words. Yes, don't define yourself by the experience, but allow yourself to embrace all of it and know that it's all good. It's all good, baby. Even when we face our darkest moments, it's literally the universe pushing us into facing the parts that hold us back from not only a deeper level of love, but raising our consciousness into more humbling wisdom. To know that this life is temporary, Alright. We learn the lessons to create purpose. I like that. We learn the lesson to create purpose. Alright. Let's close it out with some humor. Let's go on with some humor for my beautiful Tauruses. Let's close it out with just some humor for my beautiful Tauruses. Humor. Damn, that's deep. Alright. Life would be a lot more fun if everyone's middle name was motherfucking. Make today fun by silently inserting motherfucking into the name of everyone you come into contact with. Ben motherfucking Franklin. Grandpa motherfucking Bob. That lady from accounting, she's now Carol motherfucking Cooper from accounting. Yo. Somehow this makes those financial spreadsheets more bearable, right? It's going to be a great motherfucking day. Tauruses, stop focusing so much on the tangible world and your bills and take responsibility and just fucking smile and have fun with your life and your existence. This one's good. This one really represents what we're doing. People aren't ignoring you, love bug. People are busy as fuck with their lives. The way to stop feeling ignored is to get busy with yours. Take up knitting if you have to. Get into it. No one's ignoring you. They're probably just reading or something. Go read. The day you stop worrying whether or not someone's ignoring you is the day you get busy as fuck living your own life. Yeah. Like I said in the video, we're so focused on other people, we need to focus on ourselves. Because it's never about another person or the world. It's always about the perception we have towards life that's coming from within. Other than that, Tauruses, that is all I have for your self-love messages. If you got any clarity or any upliftment and you enjoy this spread, please hit that like button, subscribe to his channel, and hit that notification button. I really appreciate your support. But other than that, my beautiful Tauruses, I'll see you on the next one, and only love.